Israel Keyes. Israel Keyes was one of the most chilling and methodical serial killers in recent American history, operating in the shadows and evading detection for years. Born on January 7, 1978, in Richmond, Utah, Keyes grew up in a devoutly religious and isolated family, which may have contributed to his developing a dual life of respectability and terror. He meticulously planned his crimes, leaving behind a trail of murder, abduction, and robbery across the United States. The perfect predator. What set Keyes apart from other serial killers was his incredible attention to detail and his almost surgical approach to committing crimes. He had no specific victim profile, targeting people indiscriminately across different states. Keyes would travel extensively, often hundreds of miles from his home in Alaska, to commit his crimes. He prepared kill kits, which he buried in various locations across the country, containing weapons and tools he would later use to abduct, torture, and kill his victims. This allowed him to act with chilling efficiency, minimizing the chances of getting caught. Keyes' ability to blend into society was another factor that made him so dangerous. He ran a construction business, Keyes Construction, which provided a legitimate front for his criminal activities. He was a father and a partner, living an outwardly normal life in Anchorage, Alaska. His double life allowed him to evade suspicion, as no one who knew him would have imagined the horrors he was capable of. The crimes. Keyes' crimes were marked by a level of brutality and cold calculation that is rarely seen. He admitted to killing at least 11 people, though the true number is believed to be higher. His victims were often abducted at random and subjected to unspeakable torment before being killed. Keyes would dispose of their bodies in remote locations, ensuring that they would not be found for a long time, if ever. One of his most infamous crimes was the abduction and murder of 18-year-old Samantha Koenig in 2012. Keyes kidnapped Koenig from the coffee stand where she worked, took her to a remote location, and murdered her. He then went on a cruise with his family, returning later to demand ransom from Koenig's family using a photo of her body posed to look alive. This callous act demonstrated the depths of his depravity and his complete lack of remorse. Capture and death. Israel Keyes was finally apprehended in March 2012 after using Koenig's debit card in various locations across the country, which led to his arrest by the FBI. Upon his capture, Keyes confessed to several murders, revealing details that horrified investigators. However, despite his confessions, Keyes remained evasive about the full extent of his crimes, taking many of his secrets to the grave. On December 2, 2012, while awaiting trial in Anchorage, Keyes committed suicide in his jail cell by slitting his wrists and strangling himself with a bedsheet. He left behind a blood-soaked note, but the cryptic message offered no further insights into his crimes, leaving investigators and the families of his victims with many unanswered questions. Legacy. Israel Keyes is often referred to as a serial killer's serial killer due to his meticulous planning and the lack of an easily discernible pattern in his crimes. His case has become a subject of study for criminologists and law enforcement agencies, highlighting the challenges of tracking and apprehending a killer who operated with such precision and anonymity. Keyes' story is a chilling reminder of the dangers that can hide behind even the most ordinary facades. His ability to live a seemingly normal life while committing such heinous acts of violence has left a lasting impact on the true crime community and serves as a warning of the potential for evil that can exist beneath the surface of everyday life.